Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Wednesday, October 13th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see everybody. Glad you'll be in here. Come on in, fall in the door. And I'm so glad to see everybody. Welcome to my Facebook peeps who can chat. We enjoy your company. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who lurk. Love my lurkers. Lurk, 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 lurk. Hi, Maddie. I can see it. Hi, hi, hi. And welcome to my YouTube viewers. This broadcast goes up to YouTube after the fact, and it also goes into our group, so you can reference it. All right. Hello, Ashley. Zoom out. So welcome into the group, everybody, for coloring and companionship. It doesn't matter whether you color or not. You're welcome in here. All right. So this is Happy Mail. I wanted to show you this book, Greatest Hits, 100 Pages to Color by Ava Browne. A number of you told me that you really like Ava Browne, so I decided to pick up the book. It was on sale, so I thought it'd be just a good thing to grab onto. So I'm going to do a really quick page turn on this. Copyright 2021. Brand new book from them. Okay. So there's your color test page, of course. This is from Anime. And this is from Anime. I don't know if I'm going to read them all. We'll just go ahead and flip. I love this one. Beachfront Homes. Love this one as well. And this is from Beachfront Homes as well. So this is a pretty neat one. All right, let's get flipping here. So if you like Ava Browne, you should like this book. I love this. I do have this posted in the group off our affiliate list. Remember, we do get a small portion of the sale, and it's on sale. So click on that link and pick it up if you like it. I think the sale price, I want to say, is $5.99. Regular price is $9.99. So I'm just going to zip right through this so you can get an idea of what this puppy's about. Lots of variety. Isn't this cute? Love this one. Lots of variety on it. I am not sure what's going on here at all. I don't know if that's supposed to be... Oh, I think it's supposed to be skin. Okay. And I guess this is a male. Okay. So Sandy said she's going to pick it up. Just cute stuff. Too bad Rhonda isn't in here yet. We could show her this pig. Hey, Rhonda. Cute little elephant. This would be a fun one to color. You could do a lot with it. And I do like that they, on the bottom, that it does have what book it's from. So if you like a particular thing, but still, I like the variety. Ooh, Christmas patterns. And I like how they went really light with this. So it's darker in the front and then lighter as it goes to the back. Little pirate. Yeah, just good. Rosie the Riveter. That's definitely that one. And again, I'm just doing a rapid flip through. Love that seahorse. Could do a lot of depth and dimension. Same here. Now I gotta tell you, the sweet treats don't thrill me, but hey, it's whatever taste you guys have. So lots of variety. And again, I posted it in the group. Now, I would do this one just to do it because of the couple, the man and the woman. Now, some of these, the line art's a little heavier than my taste, but, you know, you work with it, right? From the Book of Gnomes. Pretty cute stuff. Gnoming around the world. That's what this one is. Hey, Maddie. Let's see. Here's one, Luxury Interiors. Hello, Rebecca. So if you like to do indoor scenes, I think the next one is, no, not sideways. So lots of variety in this one. And if you feel like whipping out a page, not whipping out, I want you to do the best you can, of course. But the variety is very good. Excellent variety. This would be fun to make your dimensional hearts on. Okay, Here's another one to turn. Luxury interiors. This one would be really phenomenal done. Look at that wood floor. Okay, there's that one, luxury backyards. Pretty cool stuff. Secret Garden 2. And it looks like they have a couple pages from each book. This one looks similar to Tatiana Stilova with the mice in the picture. Major cute stuff, guys. So again, Ava Browne here. I like this one. Yeah, and these are cute. Just cute. Love the one with the shoe and the teapot. Oh, makes me laugh. That really is cute. And then we've got our little cute critters. I think this is one of my favorites. I definitely want to do this one. I think that would be so pretty. Do it in a light blue, maybe. Yeah. What is that one from? Secret Garden 3. Okay. A lot of cute ones from Secret Garden 3, it looks like. I'm a little surprised, though, that they put quite a few in there. I wonder, well, we'll see. Stained glass window. I love the look on her face. Just cute. Now, this is a weird one. This picture looks fuzzy. I don't know if it just didn't print right or what the deal is, but it looks kind of weird. Not as sharp as the other ones. Now here's one from the book Sloths. I suppose there's a fan club of sloths. It's pretty. They didn't say what this one is from. Maybe spring animals, possibly. Cute one to do, basket and birds. So yeah, I mean, they're pushing all the right buttons for people. Here's another shoe with a mushroom on top of it. Cute stuff. And then this is from the book Tattoos. So what do you guys think of this so far? You like it? And then we've got one from Lovely Dresses. Same on this one. And this one. Lovely Dresses, what they call grayscale. I think that's, oh, one more. All right, guys. I think we're in good shape. So here's the back cover. Maddie says there are lots of pages, but nothing that grabs me, though. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's a style thing. Some people really love Ava Browne and really like the style. Okay. Don't forget we've got Rhonda's contest going. If I quit hitting the screen, we'll be in good shape. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Maddie says, I'm crazy about creative therapy books, but I don't see a lot of others that do. Yeah, I mean, again, all taste. It really is. But anyway, I wanted to show you this, see what you guys think. And then we can fool around with this. Let's see what we got. Hey, will somebody do me a favor and send a text to Rhonda Green? She may have overslept. Oh, wrong piece. Hold on. Hold your horses. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So I'm glad you guys like this Victorian Chibi. Cute, cute little book. DAMITA Victoria. You can see where I'm doing this in alcohol marker, so of course it came through the back. And I'm just going to play around with this and have fun. Because that is our mission. Okay. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get into with this little girl here. I've got to get my sheet here. There's Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. I asked someone to text you. We thought maybe you were running a little late, maybe you overslept. Oh, she says, hi, ILene, need prayers for Paula when you can. Thank you, Maddie. Rhonda, what's going on with Paula? This is Paula Wade. Okay, Paula's family has been calling Rhonda with updates. All right. And let me pull out my swatch sheets here. All right. She can't keep her meds down. She's getting dehydrated, and they are working on these issues. Okay. All right, let's take a moment for praying for Paula Wade. Lord God, in the holy name of Jesus Christ, we come to you and ask you for your intervention with Paula Wade. She is having difficulty keeping her medications down, and she is severely dehydrated. We ask you, Lord God, for your gracious intervention, and that you take care of these issues for her. We bless her, we bless her family, and we are petitioning you for her health. I ask you, Lord God, to get her the things that she needs for her body so that she can get better. Thank you, Lord God. In the holy name of Jesus Christ, amen. Okay. Glad to pray as needed. I'm sorry to hear that she's having difficulty. She may need an IV. Yeah, that may be it. Okay, I'm going ahead and using my light blue Cali Arts. And I'm going to go ahead and work on Zoom In. Oh, her veins have collapsed. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, I'm going with a very, very light blue, and you'll see why in a minute. Now remember that you don't want to go super fast when you're coloring areas like this. I wonder if the collapsing of the veins is from the dehydration. But yeah, that's not good. So I assume that that also means that she's got a problem getting oxygen. Because of course when the veins collapse, the blood flow is restricted and the blood is carrying the oxygen. Now remember, when you're using marker, don't move too fast. Give the marker the chance to soak into your paper. So Rhonda says, luckily the hospital is not busy at all, so nurse is giving her full attention. She's on oxygen already. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, now I have a little bit of a whitish lighter area from putting on my marker, and I'm going to leave that because I like the look. Don't forget that if you ever run into that situation, that you can go ahead and take your pencil, colored pencil, matching color, and fix that. Zoom in. Well, Rhonda, I'm so sorry to hear about Paula. All right, so now I'm going through here with my lighter blue on my bow. Let's see what we got here. Well, Rhonda, I hope you're okay as well. I know Maddie, I know that Paul is a close friend of yours. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. All right, I've got one more little area that I'm going to go ahead with the, let's see, light blue. And that's going to be her ruffle around the pearls. And you'll see where I'm going with this shortly. All right, zoom out. Zoom out. All right, so that's how that's looking so far. Let's see what we got here. Bear with me while I pick my markers here. I think you'll like this. Okay. So now I'm going to take a very dark blue. This is my Cali Art. This is royal blue. And I'm going to go ahead, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and start working around now my dress. All right, let me do something here. Now, this whole piece here, again, you need to decide what your story is. And I'm going for grand elegance here. So that means my colors are going to be very rich. And again, don't forget, when you're working with markers like this, especially your alcohol, because those puppies soak right in, is to allow yourself a little bit of seepage, spreading of the color. Now, when you have a darker color, a darker marker color like this, you don't run too much risk of of streaking. All right. And I really, really like these fine brush points because you can get your detail and get into teeny tiny spaces. Okay. Now, I'm going to play around with the sleeves a little bit. The other thing with alcohol markers is you want to be careful about not going over the same space twice, especially when you're using darker colors. Okay. And also while you're doing this, you need to keep track of where your inside of the sleeves are so you can go ahead and color those accordingly. Okay. How pretty is this? And again, I can't say this enough, is take your time, especially with markers. Maddie says laundry call and I wanted some Raisin Bran. Okay. Okay, so let's see how that dries. And we'll go to the other side here. All right, I think I got most of the detail done on there. Oh, Rebecca said the cows across the street are really riled up about something. I can still hear them lowing with the window shut. Oh, wonder what's going on. Oops, accidentally covered an area I shouldn't have. Oh well. Well. Zoom out. All right, let's take a look. Zoom in. Zoom in. And now I'm going to go through and I'm alternating the color of the sleeves. I could have done them all blue, the darker blue, but we want to go ahead and dress this up. Okay. Well, hopefully that farmer has dogs that'll help keep those coyotes or whatever it's bothering those cows away from them. Okay. Now, I've got one little area that I missed on the dress, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And I'm now going to go back to, Rebecca says it's the Purina Farms Research Center. They take good care of the cows. Oh, good. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to color this bow the dark blue. I meant to do that. I accidentally colored it the light blue, but no biggie. All right, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get some shading done. All right. Maddie says loveliness. Loveliness. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to take a Prismacolor, Aquamarine, PC 9005. And let's play with some shading. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going around my outside here and then blending that color in. Now we have a smaller area to work here. So that means we got to get in there right away with that color change, with the tone change. And right underneath here where the folds close in and we've got the underside of the material, I'm just going ahead and I'm doing that a little bit darker. All right. Pretty. And now I'm going to go ahead and use Faber-Castell 103. And we're going to blend that in. And make that material look nice and soft. Look how pretty that ruffle looks. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our bow. And as with anything else, it's going to look a little wonky at first, right? And then I'm starting on the outside on the line, because remember, clothes don't have black lines around them. And then I'm going to work my way in until we have that lighter center. And I'm going to go ahead and curve that in just a little bit, because we want that ruffle in there. Okay, and let's get the other side of this bow. And then we've got the fold of the bow. Now, just in case you're wondering why, these two parts of the ribbon are attached to this bow here. But if I'd gone ahead and colored that darker blue, it would have gotten lost in the dress. So I decided just to leave this little bow right there. And then back with my Faber-Castell 103. And we're going to soften the whole thing. Look at the difference now between here and here, right? Now, when you're doing this, don't overuse the color because you are putting ivory color on top of whatever you're softening up. So get in, do the job, come back out again. Don't be hanging around here scrubbing on your picture. All right, let's take a look at this. Zoom out. Zoom out. So same thing here. I'm going to do my darker turquoise-ish blue. Zoom in. And then go ahead and use my Faber-Castell 103 Ivory. Now, if for some reason you think that your piece got a little bit dark and you've lost your highlight, slap some white on there. Okay, zoom in. Now, this is going to be a little touchy to do. Let me grab some water. But hey, when has that stopped us, right? Okay, so the trick is zoom in. This ought to be interesting. Is that I'm going to darken right next to the pearl. All right. And I'm going to rub that just a little bit with my finger. I'll clean that up later. Oh, excuse me for moving here. Hold on, we'll get there. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've got a little more room here. And then I'm going to take a sharpened blender pencil. We've got such a teeny tiny area. And I'm just going to go ahead and very lightly blend that. Zoom out. Okay, now what I want you to see, zoom out, zoom out. I want you to see the difference between, and I'm just smoothing this a little bit. I want you to see the difference now between the upper part of this and our lower dress. We've got some very elegant colors here, and that's the idea that I want to convey, is elegance. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some nice colors down on this bottom skirt area. Zoom in. Zoom in. And because of the way the folds of this dress lay, it looks like this is the front portion to this part. So I'm shading it in such a way that it makes it look like it's overlapped, right? And then this part, I'm making darker on the outside because I want to make it look like the material rolls back, right? It goes around. And that's what this shading does. And notice how I'm working that edge here. Turning my pencil, keeping that point sharp. And dressing up that edge so that it looks like it's rounded fabric, really. Zoom out. Anybody have any question about how this is looking and how that edge is done? Okay, Rhonda, thank you for letting me know that you had left and come back. Faber-Castell 103. So I get a nice smooth blend. And while I'm here, I'm also going to blend this side as well. Get this little puppy in. Okay. Now, in doing this piece, what you need to decide, and this obviously is still not smooth enough, what you need to decide is whether you want to introduce some folds into this dress. And my answer is yes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Anybody have any questions how I'm doing that? You want a nice sharp line, and then off that line you want to go ahead and start doing your shading on either side. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that the slight folds in this look really terrific. And then we want them to look as smooth as baby skin. And there you go. Hi, Tammy. Tammy Morgan. Hello. Now, if you do this very carefully and with a sharp pencil, you can also go ahead and just put in a hint. And boy, do I mean hint. Of dark gray or black. Just, oh my gosh, guys, just a touch. I'm using Black Beauty by Brett Funner. And you can see how quickly that darkened up. So you got to be real careful. Okay. And now I'm going down this side and I'm starting my depth coloring. Oh, Tammy says I just got a new fairy color book. Cool. What'd you get? Tell. All right, I'm just sharpening up my Prismacolor. I happen to have a pencil now where the color is off center. Thank you, Prismacolor. Tammy, what's your new book? Did you hear me ask you that question? Oh, hold on. I had to hide it from my husband? Okay. Does anybody have any questions about the folds and how to introduce them into fabric? This was plain on this side. All right, so I'm going to bring a darker line down here. And then I'll bring a line there. Now, that line that you draw in needs to be fairly dark, and it needs to be crisp. Because then what you're going to do is you're going to color up on either side of it very gently. Sandy says I need to do some pics for Halloween this year. Okay. And then this is where I'm taking my black with a very, very sharp point. Oh, it's called Characters Grayscale. Who's the author? And then this is where I'm drawing in with my black pencil. Oh, Christine Karen, nice book. Actually, I think we have that. So everybody see now how to draw in these fold lines on dress like this. And then I'm taking my Faber-Castell. .103, and I am smoothing out these lines. All right, let's check this. Oh, Maggie says, hi, I finally got the kids to bed, so I have some me, ILene time. Welcome, Maggie. Zoom out. Zoom out. And I'm just touching up here where I put this darker color. And notice how smooth that looks, guys. Okay, now I got a little bit of coloring on my dark blue. Well, Tammy, how come you were gone for so long? And are you back? And you certainly don't have to apologize. Is everything okay, Tammy? So because I did this with my alcohol marker, I'm going ahead and I'm erasing off any pencil that I accidentally got on there, which happens. All right, let's take a look at this puppy. Zoom out. You've been depressed. Well, Miss Tammy, all the more reason that I would encourage you to come into the group and be around us and just listen and have fun. Maddie says love the folds. So yeah, there was absolutely nothing here. It was plain. I added it because I've got a ton of folds on the curtains, and that's the theme. Okay. Well, Tammy, regardless, I'm absolutely thrilled that you're back. Wow, doggone it, Tammy, we're glad to have you back. Okay, so I want to go with a nice neutral color for the skirt area. Let's see what I've got here. That's a little too bright. All right, this will make sense later on. I'm going to go. So Tammy, does this mean now that you'll be back on a regular basis? I hope. Zoom in. Zoom in. And I'm going to go through with a very pale yellow. It's called barium, B-A-R-I-U-M, yellow. And we're just going to touch that up right here. Trust me, I'll be making this work. Okay. Well, Tammy, good. Set your clock. Even if you just lurk, but let us know that you're here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of shading by going back over my previous areas with my marker. And remember, I told you that you could do that. But I would still recommend doing your shading from your other colors that are going to go on here. All right. Now, you may be thinking that this yellow is looking a little wonky, but I'm going to go back up now to the hair, and I'm going to put in this yellow as my base color on my flowers. On 2 of them only. And that way we've got a nice reference for this yellow that I've put put into her dress. Now, I'm doing that mostly for your edification. Oh, Maggie said, found out Tuesday that Allie's physical therapist tested positive for COVID today. She was here on a Monday, so we are having Allie tested tomorrow. Evan tested about a dozen times since this started. Oh my gosh. Good grief. Well, I hope everybody involved is vaccinated. Which also reminds me, guys, yeah, no, that test isn't fun. Which reminds me, guys, don't forget your flu shot in all this. Okay. Zoom out. Oh, Maddie got her pneumonia shot today. Okay. Maggie says scary stuff. She has had to be tested so many times due to doctor visits and surgery. She's terrified. Oh, all the adults have been vaccinated. Rhonda says she already got her flu shot. So I'm just adding a little bit of darker yellow inside these roses or flowers. And we'll go back to that. Okay. Maddie, I don't think Moderna is going to come out with a booster. I just read today that the Moderna has been the most effective vaccine, so I'm glad I had gotten it. So we'll see. I could be wrong about the booster. I just got to wait and see what everybody says. Zoom out. Zoom out. But it's also an age issue that if you're over a certain age, they're telling people to get boosters. So we'll see. Oh, Maddie says, me too. Talked with Doc today about booster. Moderna is trying to get theirs passed. Okay. Good to know. All right, guys. Doesn't that yellow look really cool with this? Now, this is what I'm saying. When you envision your colors and you're putting like your yellow on your skirt here and you don't have it anywhere else, don't get weird about your coloring looking weird. You got to remember that this whole thing is literally a work in progress, right? Zoom in. Okay. Now, I've got this dark blue dress. Rebecca says, I'm hoping the vaccine will be approved for kids 5 to 11. Then the youngest 3 people in the house can get it. Excellent. Good, good, good. All right, now I'm going to do the shading on this darker dress, and I'm guessing that you might have been assuming I wasn't going to do anything with it, and that's not the case at all. So in this case, this is one of those rare instances. I'm taking a black. This is called Black Beauty by Brett Funner out of the 520 set. Zoom in. And I want you to see this. So I'm just going ahead now, and I am shading my folds. Hello, Kathy. Now guys, you want this shading to be very, very subtle. You don't want to overload on black at all. It's got to be very light. You don't want your black to show up as black. You're wanting your black to show up as a very deep blue. So I am hardly touching pencil to paper here. Anybody have any questions about that? And remember, a little black goes a long way. Now, if you can find a deep blue to put on here, that's fine as well. All right. Now notice how I'm going in between our little bow here. And basically all the little crevices where we're going to have some shadow. And what I want you to keep in mind when you're doing something like this is, again, you're not looking for the black to come out. You don't color this until you see the black. You color it until you see the shading effect. There's a subtle difference there. And make sure that you understand what I'm saying about that. Kathy, what have you been up to? Good night, Miss Rebecca. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. And the other key thing is, in doing this, is you've got to blend it. This absolutely has got to be blended. You don't want black looking stripes on your piece. And notice how I'm going on the outside of the waist here. And remember, anytime that you have a darker color, that's going to indicate a shadow, and a shadow indicates depth. So on this dress here, where I'm putting this black line, that's indicating the roundness of the dress and that something's going on towards the back, okay? If anybody has any questions or comment about that, please speak up. Okay, so the author put in a little wrinkle here. So we'll go ahead and color that. And I'm also going to color on the inside of the arm. We want a tubular effect, guys. You want this to look as though it's going behind the dress, okay? And I also want you to remember that shading and folds is not a matter of just scribbling over the lines that the artist has drawn in. You want that line to be darker in the center and then blended out towards the outside of it. And remember, any area that you put your black, you are telling the viewer that that area is recessing away from the front of the picture, disappearing. So be very, very careful when doing this that you just don't streak your black pencil, okay? Now, the reason that the black is working in this case is because the blue is so dark, the black complements it. Okay, let me just gently rotate over here. Everybody see how I'm highlighting that edge with the black? Oh, hold on, I gotta go back. Remember, when you draw the line, you've got to go on either side of it and blend it. Otherwise, you're just going to have this weird looking black line. Okay, and let's come down the edge here. Now, notice I'm curving this in just a little bit. I just decided that I wanted to do that and create a little bit of a fold there. And notice how I'm coming in with the black here so that my line on the right doesn't get streaky. Otherwise you just have this black line on the outside and it's going to look weird. It's got to be blended and merged in. And guys, when I'm saying blending, I'm talking about merging in your color from being your darkest color on the outside to fading to nothing. Okay. Zoom out. Hey, Wanda. Zoom out. So Wanda, tell everybody the exciting news about your Amazon upload. And your Etsy. Okay, anybody have any questions about what I'm doing? All right. Wanda says she's just waiting for the email from Amazon to say it's up for sale. And you know what, Wanda? I was periodically checking last night. I'm just excited about this as you are. When I see that it's posted on Amazon, I'll have that link uploaded into the group so fast your head will spin. So Wanda, when you get the email, if I don't catch it right away, text me right away. Okay. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a darker red for the valance. Zoom in. This is called a geranium red. Zoom in. And the race is on. Zoom in. I'm not kidding. I was periodically checking Amazon. I was hoping that it had been uploaded because I'm up later than you are. And I was going to surprise you with it being in the group. Okay. So what I want you to notice here is I am going with a darker red for the valance. Yeah, and Wanda, if you'll get me that picture that you'd like me to color for the back cover. Wanda has invited me to do one of the images on the back cover. Oh, and Wanda, you were gonna get me the name of that lady from Life Escapes for me. Oh, okay, you planted the seed with her? Great. Okay, so there's number 2. And now we'll do number 3. All right. Oh man, does that look cool? Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Now, you know that I want my dark lines, right? Because I want to create, I'm going to... Oh, Wanda says, I just looked over at my Echo Show screen and it showed a package arriving Monday. That's my proof copies that I ordered from Amazon. Yay! Woohoo! How many proof copies did you order, Wanda? Zoom out. Let's take a look at this whole puppy here. After we all buy the book, we will need to have a color along. Yep. All Wanda has to do is get me a copy. We'll make an event out of it. Okay, zoom in. Zoom in. Excuse my arm. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and put in my fold lines. Now, if you noticed when I colored with the marker, well, you may not have, but I colored it in a swooping motion. So remember, guys, this is on top of marker. Let me pull out, zoom out, zoom out. Everybody see the beginnings of that, how that's going to look? And then I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then I'm going to slide across. And put my curves here for my third one. Now remember, these are just my initial curves. They look streaky. And now I'm going to go through and define my lines. Because remember, these lines were not here. Zoom in. So I'm going to use my black, just like the author did. And then I'm going to go through with my red. This is my Prismacolor 195 pomegranate. And now I'm going to go through and we're going to go ahead and mesh these colors in. And again, you want to color them in such a way that they don't look like you just put black streaks on there. All right, so let's go through, do the second set. Again, I'm going to put one streak of black line on here. It's critical that your pencil is sharp, and it's critical that you only do this once. Otherwise, it's going to look really wonky. Sandy says, I know how cute that Granberry baby picture is. Hubby is so proud. Yeah. Now, I'm also going to take my dark red and I'm going to shadow right near the bottom here. And that's done with repeated stroke. Sandy said, I got this mug today that said, you've been promoted from dog grandparent to human grandparent. How cute is that? All right, now you want to keep this stroking going here near your edge. Because that's what creates the depth illusion. All right, now I got a little bit of red. On the edge there, so I'll fix that. Sandy's a new grandma. Sandy's a new grandma. Okay. And then the third one, we color over our black streak on either side. And then we darken our red right near that edge. All right. Now, I want you to remember that you're going to get rid of these dark lines. So even though you went over this with one streak of black, now we're going to go through and we're going to pretty much eliminate it. And the easiest way to do that is your red pencil and follow the strokes. And darken in your edge right here, right near the edge. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Any questions about what I did? Oh, she just got an email from Amazon saying my package will be here Saturday. Oh. Is it just me, or has anybody noticed that when you place an order, Amazon will say it's going to be here, you know, at your home such and such a date, and then all of a sudden they email you and say, good news, your package is actually going to be, you know, da 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 da. I really wonder sometimes if they don't say that it's going to be at first a little later, and then they come back and say, oh, our boo-boo, it's going to be there earlier. That happens to me all the time. Okay, guys, you can see the really nice rich colors we've got here. All right. So now what I'm going to do, because I want to get so Rhonda says the package I sent Kim for her birthday got lost. Just felt with that today. Or did you mean it was just left today? All right. Guys, after that, you shouldn't be, oh, just dealt with that today. Okay. Guys, after this, you shouldn't be afraid to use rich colors, right? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start defining some skin color because I really would like to just get that in. Zoom in. Zoom in. So let's go ahead and play around here with her face. And we'll start to get that defined. Hold on, I'm just tidying up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Kathy says when we order from Amazon, our delivery usually arrives sooner than later. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that they specify a date, but then it gets arriving sooner. And I'm really starting to wonder if that's an on-purpose thing. All right, check out how really cool this is looking now. And this is my Brett Funner color 098. This is just my regular Brett Funner. And boy, is this going to look pretty. Kathy says, love these colors. I'll be watching this many times on YouTube. Yeah, and just in case it doesn't load up to YouTube, Kathy, you do know that this live presentation goes to video in our group as well. I don't know why, but sometimes my uploads don't go up to YouTube. All you have to do is do a search on Victorian Chibi and you'll find it. Okay, so let's get her going here. And that's starting to get defined now. Again, this is a really great way if you're starting to lose your way on your project. Define an obvious big area. Okay. And one more hand. Yeah, Kathy, did you not know that this goes to video in our group as well? So it will always be in our group. YouTube most of the time. All right, so I'm getting my base color down for my skin. All right, zoom out. Zoom out. And this is where this is starting to beautifully come together. All right, Faber-Castell 189 cinnamon. Oh, what I was just saying is I was asking you if you didn't know that this goes to video on Facebook. It always has. Rita. Rita from Guatemala. All right. Let's get some color on this girl. Zoom in. Zoom in. So a little darker on the outside because that's going to be what gives us her depth. And then we blend that towards the center. Anybody have any questions at all about doing skin? And then I'm going to come around, I'll get on that line, give us a little definition. People don't go around with black lines around their face. And the idea of doing that is that that gives you your outside darkest color that you're going to need to blend from. Oh, you didn't know that? How do I find the videos on Facebook? They're right in our group, Kathy. And I always date them. So for example, you would do a search on 10/13/21, and that'll bring up everything in the group that's got that date. So it'll bring up the video. And so I'm going to go ahead and go just a little bit darker over the eyes for the moment. All right. And then I'm going to bring my shadow down. So I outlined, but now I'm going to bring that shadow down around my face and blend it inwards. And when I blend it inwards, I'm getting lighter and lighter and lighter. That's correct, Kathy. You would search 10/13/21 using the little magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner when you're in our group. That's correct. All right. Check it out. How beautifully this is starting to look. How beautiful this is starting to look. And remember, guys, you don't want to see any blend lines. So I like to blend around the lips, darken around the lips just a little bit. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. And I'm sorry, I didn't know that you could get those. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my little curvature to imply that there's a nose there. And then I'll darken by the eye because you want to give that the impression that this area is set in a little bit. Okay? Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now, obviously, I will blend that face in, so I'm not done with it yet. So Kathy says, just an FYI, tomorrow I'm at Buddy. Then we're going on a mini getaway. Oh, what's Buddy, Kathy? Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our shadow on our neck. And then we're going to shade here around where the dress is overlapping. Now, I want to show you, zoom in. We also want to go ahead and add a cleavage line. And then I'll blend that in. And that got a little darker than what I had intended. Well, bummer. There we go. So we've got a little bit of a cleavage line here. And I'll be adjusting that later as well. I'm just using it as a placer. Okay. Hand. Oh, yeah. Left hand here. And let's go ahead and darken our finger. And what I'll do is I'll darken the fingers that tend to be close to each other. So I'm darkening on the one side for this one, and then on the other side for this one. And then just play with the hand a little bit. A little bit of a shadow underneath the staff. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my ivory, Faber-Castell 103, and smooth that out. Now let me do the other hand, and then I'm going to smooth out the face. So again, I'm using my cinnamon polychromos, Faber-Castell. And my edge being a little darker. And then I'm using my Faber-Castell 103 ivory, and that smooths that out beautifully. Love it. Okay, now, looks like I didn't get that little finger, doesn't it? There we go. Now we've got on the shoe a little bit of skin here. And I'm just going to blend that in with my ivory. Now I'm doing that now because I've got such a teeny tiny space, and then I'm going to go back with my cinnamon pencil and get that edge. In other words, it would have been too tiny to blend. So now we've got the shading on the shoe. Alright, and if you need to hit it with your Faber-Castell ivory, go ahead and do that. Okay. So one more little thing here, and then I think we'll call it an evening. So we've got the face done. Well, not done. But I have my colors penciled in. And so now I'm taking my ivory pencil, the Faber-Castell 103. And I'm going over the whole thing. And smooth, oh my gosh, guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add a little touch of blush. So we want to go very, very light. This is my chrysanthemum color, Faber-Castell. And you want to go very, very lightly, guys. Maddie says, I colored just a little tonight, feeling the shot, she thinks. Oh. And then we'll go ahead and add that little bit of pink on the other side. And then I'm going to go through here. Do flu shots or pneumonia shots affect me? No. I've never had any problem with them, Maddie. And then I'm using my Faber-Castell Ivory 103 just to smooth that out. Oh my gosh, ridiculously cute. Zoom out. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at that. Zoom out. Maddie says she usually feels better the next day and sleeps like a log at night. Zoom out. Zoom out. So what do you think? I love how the face and the skin tones came out. I'm happy with that. Okay, guys. Any questions, comments? Any hesitations? And again, if you want to take your Faber-Castell 103 and smooth out this blue, a little bit more than I did earlier, you can do that. All right, so just to recap real quick, I added these fold lines on this. These were blank. I went ahead and did the skin. I went ahead and added some fold on the darker valance, which I think looks pretty cool. So I think it's turning out beautifully. And then again, a bit of a bust. Okay, I hope you learned something. I'm going to call it a night. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Please love on each other. Please don't forget that Paula Wade is still in the hospital. Send her a quick little note that we were thinking of her. I'm telling you guys, we're starting to get known for doing things like that in this group. Have a good rest of the evening. Take care of each other. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. I'm into my tweaking mode here. All right, guys. I'm calling it a night. Love you guys to pieces. I mean it. Tell your friends to be here. We do coloring and we're here for companionship. Bye.